What's going on, everyone? Tech Me out here, and in this video I just kind of wanted to discuss a few gift ideas, whether it's for the holidays, someone's birthday, or just an I love you gift kind of thing for those aspiring photographers and videographers in our lives. Now, this is a very general list. Of course, each person's needs are going to vary based upon what they're going to be doing with their cameras, whether that be a specific type of, video work, weddings, commercials, things like that, or what they're going to be practicing in the area of photography, whether that be landscape shots or portraits and things like that. But ultimately, these items which I'm going to be suggesting to you all are things that I feel, regardless what you're doing, are kind of like just nice essentials to have. Like a good set of lights. So the lights in particular that I use, and I'm even using right now, is basically a very inexpensive set of softbox lights. So with this particular pair, you're going to get two softbox lights. You can't adjust the color temperature and you can't adjust the brightness. It just has an on and off switch. Very simple setup, but it's enough to kind of get them started. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't, originally know that there was a difference between, using what's known as a harsh light and a soft light. And if those words are foreign to you, please look them up. It's too much for me to really explain in this video, but it makes a huge difference when you use a soft light, as your face kind of looks smoother and just overall more pleasing within, video or photography. But basically what I'm getting at is that I took my softbox lights and I threw the soft boxes away because they were just taking up too much space. And I just used the lights directly without any type of diffusion between my subject and the lights. Needless to say, I noticed the difference in that action, and I went on the hunt for some more softbox lights. And these particular ones in which I'm recommending to you have collapsible softboxes. So that makes them even more travel friendly, or a better option for those that are kind of like limited on space and they want to be able to quickly disassemble the lights when they don't need them and reassemble them when they do. Now, something else in specific for those of you that are shopping for, videographers would be a mic. Now, to me, a very good, somewhat general microphone that I've been using for the past couple of years and has served me well in a number of scenarios is the Zoom H1. That is actually what I'm using right now as I'm talking to you. It's what I'm using a lot of the time in my videos, and it's really nice to be able to, take it with me when I want to go out on the go and use it as a microphone to record audio when I'm away from home. So I can do interviews with this particular mic, or I could use it to connect a lav mic to it, which is actually what I've done sometimes when I've been out and about and I needed to capture some audio where it just wasn't, ideal for me to boom a mic into the shot. But I've just overall found it super handy in a lot of different settings, and it's very affordable. However, if you have just a little bit, actually a lot more money to spend on this particular person, then I would suggest possibly getting a slider. And this is once again something for videographers, not really photographers out there, but a good slider is always going to add that oomph, so to speak, to make your shot even more pleasing. And the one in particular which I use and recommend is the Rhino slider. Now, you don't have to per se get the bundle, but if you do, it pretty much gets you set up with everything that they're going to really need, as it is a motorized slider and it's going to come with a carrying case, 24-inch carbon rails, and Rhino motion. This setup is really lightweight, so if they want to take it with them on the go, they definitely can do that without any issues. Like I said, it is motorized, so they can control it with a little remote to get, a more precise angle or more smooth cinematic shot without the fear of having that accidental handshake and doing it themselves. It's also really great for time lapses, so if they're into that thing, this is a very nice setup to get a more interesting and unique shot in doing so. I've personally found myself in scenarios where I could just visualize this beautiful shot, but I didn't have anybody behind the camera to just slide it for me to the left or to the right. And it's something like this that helps with that type of thing, is basically on this remote, which is really simple and easy to use. It's not, configured with a lot of different random buttons that you're never going to use. But ultimately what I can do is just set this up and it will do the little sliding shot for me, and it'll even loop it if I need it to. So yeah, this is definitely something that I feel like a lot of videographers out there could potentially appreciate. Something else that videographers or photographers can appreciate are batteries. So I don't think any of us can ever have enough batteries. I know I personally like to use some from a company known as RAV Power, as they have this dual charging cradle for the batteries, which allows me to juice things up, double time and everything like that. And it's affordable, so you don't always have to per se get the OEM batteries for the camera in which they have. You can get some reliable third-party options as well. Something else your videographer or photographer friend might be able to appreciate would be ND filters. Now this is basically like putting sunshades on their camera lens, as it's going to allow them to be able to be a little bit more artistic, in short terms when they're shooting outdoors, as sunlight can sometimes be a good thing and a bad thing, especially when it's too much. So this will help them out there in that department. However, if that particular purchase might be a little bit more in depth than you care to go for them, then I would suggest an alternative to that being a camera bag. So that's something a little bit more general. You do have a lot of options still, but I do have some that I've been using that I feel, regardless of what you're doing, videography or photography, you can't go wrong with these. So one that a lot of you probably have seen me carry around is the Peak Design bag. This one has definitely served its purpose for me when I'm out on the go. It has a very nice design. It's rugged. I have been out in the rain with it and felt confident that my gear was protected. And thankfully, when I took everything out, my camera, my lenses, all of that, they were dry and just the book bag was wet. So I can attest to the fact that it can withstand the rain. But one of the main things that I liked about it is that I can whip it around basically and just easily access my lenses or my camera while I'm out on the go. So I don't have to physically take the book bag off of me. I can just pull it around and get what I need. It even has a slot for your laptop, and to me, you would have no idea that whoever has this bag has as much in it as they do, as I've been able to pack in quite a bit, but I've done a more in-depth review of the gear that I take with me as well as this particular bag, so I'll link that down below if you want to learn more, but I still think this is a good option for all of you. Another bag that I like to carry with me when I want to keep things even more minimal is this bag from Thinktank. So this is known as the Lily DN bag, and it to me looks just like a purse. So like when I want to go somewhere and record and I don't want to, have all of my gear with me or draw attention to myself, this is a bag that's very unassuming as to what's in it. So it can hold 1 to 3 lenses and the camera. You also have an interior compartment for a tablet, front flap with magnetic closure, a camera insert with padded divider, an interior organizer panel for small stuff, and an expandable side pocket where you can put a bottle of water in there or something. It even comes with a rain cover, so yeah, you're pretty good to go. This is what I'll take with me when I've, gone out and either shot things for my YouTube channel, and I've even used it as my bag to carry my lenses and my camera with me when I've shot weddings. So I have other camera bags, but generally these are the two that I tend to go for based upon, what I need to do. So I feel like, based upon what they're doing, you could choose between the two in terms of which will be best for them. Feel free to let me know some of your recommendations of things to grab down below in the comments section. Be sure to hit that like button when you're there and the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.